I'm delighted to say we're joined with Stuart Munro, CEO here at the Hawks. Stuart, haven't really spoken to you for the last few months. Can you give us an insight on what's been going on around the club?
Well, a great deal, Gary. But first of all, I'd like to thank the team and the staff last night for a great performance at Tunbridge. It's what you call a back to the wall away performance, a 1-0 win. We lost Jamie Collins and Scott Rendell very early in the game, which I think adds to our injury list of 9 out at the moment. But the team dug in. James Roberts scored a great goal, and after a real tough game at Charlton on Saturday, it was great 3 points. And just referring back to Saturday, I thought the team again put in an excellent performance. I think 4-0 flattered Charlton. Brilliant away support. So I'd like to thank everybody that was there on Saturday. There was only 2 disappointments with the game on Saturday. There was one, the terrible injury to Sam Magri. We're still waiting on the outcome of the scan, but it doesn't look good. And the attendance of only 3,800 was disappointing. I think if you'd added up all the Charlton staff on top of the 3,800, you probably would have doubled the attendance. But it was a great cup run. The second year in a row that we've got to the first round proper. But we're back to business last night in the league, so well done to the players and staff for last night.
Brilliant. So moving on from the last time we've spoken to you, obviously we've had results on the pitch. We've also had results off the pitch, and we're currently sat inside the new building by the entrance to the ground. Can you give us some insights on how this has become apparent?
Yeah, I mean, we've been back now probably since the last lockdown, since last March, 7-8 months. And I think, as you know, Gary, we've been full bore since then. And the main project has been the building we sit in now. We are looking for a name for it, we're not sure yet. Maybe called the Derek Pope Suite. But at the moment we're calling it the Hub. It is going to be the new hub of the football club. It holds our offices for you and the other staff downstairs. It's got a kitchen that we can serve food and drink downstairs to match on match days and on 3G nights and days. It's got a club shop that can be used on match days, and upstairs we're currently sat in the new hospitality suites. Lovely suites. I'd like to thank Cummins and Pope for doing a wonderful job in kitting it out and building it. But these, I believe the first time it's going to be used this Saturday for hospitality, and going forward it's going to be a facility that we're looking for the community to come in and hire from us. They might be looking to hire the 3G pitch and the hospitality suite for kids' parties, for boardrooms, for different functions, and together with the back bar in Westleigh, we've now got what you call some small conference facilities at the club that the local businesses and the local community can use and hire. So we're very proud of the new facility. We'd like to thank the Football Foundation for their support in the last 12 months. And we're opening on Saturday before the Maidstone game, and I believe our local MP, Alan Mack, is going to cut the ribbon for us. So anybody that comes to the Westleigh in the next few weeks will be able to see the facility. I'm sure some of our faithful fans will want to be shown around, but we're very proud of it.
And you touched quite importantly on the word community again, and within our own structure we've got our community scheme, the Hawks Foundation, and with that comes our holiday courses at the half term, and we've seen some significant improvements to the numbers that are coming to those courses.
2 weeks ago in half term we had 246 children here for our coaching courses. I mean, that's risen from less than a quarter of that this time last year. And you and your staff put on a fantastic week's coaching for kids, and that just ever grows. We've got Christmas coaching courses that there's still space for the local community and the children to come in. It's £10 a session, which I think is very competitive, and their kids have great fun on the 3G pitch. So they're guaranteed, no matter what the weather, the kids can come in and enjoy their football. over the Christmas time, through to next Easter and through to next summer.
And talking more about ticketing and things along those lines, we've had the introduction of the Flexley 1000, which obviously you're part of the decision-making process with that. We have sold a significant, sorry, not sold, but given away a significant amount of tickets, which they'll allow people to come in at a cheaper rate. Can you give us an insight on sort of the board level's reasoning for the decision to bring that scheme?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming back from the pandemic, we never quite knew as a board what the uptake of season tickets would be, what the ticket prices should be coming through the turnstiles, because things have changed. Things have changed in people's income, in the way people want to interact with other people. So we were never sure what our gates were going to be. They have been down, and we were just trying to find ways and be entrepreneurial, getting people back into the ground. So the Flexley ticket gives the opportunity for families to come in at a much reduced price. They only have to come into the club and fill out a form and get their card, and staff will tell them what they need to do and how they get hold of the ticket. But it's a great initiative that the board have agreed. It's certainly worked in the Slough game. I think we had nearly 1,200 fans in the Slough game, which was up 300 or 400 on the previous home game. And the majority of that additions were younger people, and they're our fans for the future. So we feel that the club are listening to our fans. We're trying to make the football price competitive for everybody to watch, and we want people to come back to the Draper Tool Stadium, and we feel that Flexley helps that.
And something else, obviously, you mentioned you're in touch with the fans and their thoughts and things going along those lines. It would be remiss of me not to say that the ticketing structure, the pricing for the OAPs, obviously there hasn't been a discount in previous times. I understand you've got an announcement to make on that.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary. We've listened to our supporters. I've had a number of them approach me about our concessions prices. We feel we've made a bit of a mistake. I've said previously that we were trying to pitch our pricing levels in post-pandemic, and I've had I've had a fair few people say we need concessions for OAPs, we need concessions for under 16s. So we've addressed that from this Saturday against Maidstone. It will be £10 for OAPs to come into the ground going forward, including Saturday, and £6 for under 16s. It's just that we as a board feel we need to embrace what our supporters are saying to us, and we hope this reflects that.
Brilliant. And then really on the last side of the community side and touching alongside all of the work that our supporters have been doing, the 3G pitch. We've had a number of games that we've already spoken about, the Torquay United one especially, that it wouldn't have taken place without that 3G pitch. But we do still have some spots on offer to hire out to local community clubs.
The 3G pitch obviously was laid some 15 months ago now. 2 months after it was laid, we shut down, and we've only now just really started to see the benefit of the 3G pitch going forward. And I'd like to thank the investors for sticking with the 3G pitch in the last 14-15 months. We have got some slots available still on a Monday and Tuesday evening, so anybody that's interested, speak to yourself. But it's starting to now pay dividends. We're starting to get the community in. It's starting to generate other income for the club. We only recently hosted the Army game that yourself and Charlotte organised with 65 Army personnel that also sat down for lunch after the game, and feedback we've had from them on our hospitality and the fact that they loved using the 3G pitch was second to none, and I believe they're back in the next month as well. So we now as a football club with this 3G pitch can hold big events. We've now got the facilities off the pitch in the function room in the Westleigh and the new hospitality suites to be looking beyond where we were previously and hosting events that we probably would have only dreamed of in the last 5 to 10 years. And that can be from people outside the community like the army or local people. But we still have availability for 3G, not much, but come and speak to Gary and I'm sure he'll find you a slot.
Stuart, on that last little buzz note, thank you for your time and hope to get a future update.
Thanks Gary. I'd just like to hope everybody turns up for the game on Saturday. As I said, great win last night. The team are up for 6th in the table. Got games in hand. This group of players are really starting to put a platform down for the rest of the season. So come and support us, and I think you'll start seeing a very good side.
Stuart, thank you for your time.
Thanks Gary.